beautiful music. Backward Poiesis. I do not know what that means. But anyways, roll the cool cats. Welcome to beautiful music. The game is based on the testimony of a person who discovered certain unexplained images. His name will be tentatively be Mr. A. Well, there's been a little bit of a story from some time ago, but my company instructed me to transfer, so I moved to a new place. I won't mention the name, but it's a well-known regional city on a national scale. There were numerous properties available, but the one I chose was somewhat unusual. I'm not entirely sure of the details, but it appears that the previous owner had fled in the middle of the night. Consequently, the furniture, which would have been expensive to dispose of, was left behind. Well, although most people might find it a bit off-putting, the rent was quite reasonable, and I considered it an unexpected find, so I decided on it right away. Reason is that, due to the nature of my job, I often have to transfer. To reduce the burden of moving, I make it a point to choose furnished properties. Up until the day of the move, there weren't any particular issues. I took care of the contract and prepared for the move. Now, let me tell you about the day of the move. I took the Shinkansen in the morning, then transferred to a local train. Let's see, I believe I arrived around midday. I was waiting in front of the building for the movers, but I got a message saying that they were stuck in traffic. It was an unbearably hot summer day, so I decided to wait inside the room to escape the heat. The electricity had already been set up, so I looked for the remote to turn on the air conditioner. As I was searching, I happened to glance at the bed frame that was already in the room. So when I looked, there was something under the bed frame. At first I thought it might be the remote, but as I reached out, I realized it was something else, a video camera. Under the bed frame was a video camera. Alright, no more reading, because I think there's going to be a buttload of words. Anyways. The video showed a dark and spacious space. Alright, so they're definitely speaking Japanese. Ceilings are low and feel suffocatingly trapped. Inorganic concrete pillars coldly penetrate the empty space. It looked like the building that had been abandoned halfway through the construction. The space continues further back. The ceiling is collapsing and may be dangerous here too. Seems like a dead end. I can constantly hear his anxious breathing. There was a hall pierced by pillars. The path divides into 3 parts. He proceeded to the right. This is gonna be my fate, right? There was what? Materials. He went back the way he came. Can't seem to get to the other side. There was a small room. broadcast equipment. This place is pretty creepy, man. I ain't gonna lie. Wandering aimlessly, he seemed to know no way. Wait, what? What does it say? If he doesn't know the way, this is a very dangerous situation. Ooh. If the batteries of the flashlight and the flashlight if the batteries in the flashlight runs out, that makes me understand his behavior as he continues to walk. He's left with no choice but to keep walking. I can only imagine his fear in the dark. Dude, is there entities in this game? Suddenly, I saw a ray of light. Behind the door was a neat little space. I can't believe the devastation a while ago. Would such a space exist in an abandoned building? Why, yes, it's called the Backrooms. Looked like a movie theater there. Let's see what they're showing. The Godzilla. Man, I'm itching to go to abandoned buildings in real life. There's a unique atmosphere peculiar to the movie theaters. What creates this atmosphere? It's called liminal space. It's where, according to one study, it's where a place is normally filled with people and you see it abandoned. People who recognize the same story synchronize their brain activity and heart rate. What the? That's not normal. Curiously, this synchronization occurs even when people are far apart. And it is said to occur unconsciously, regardless of emotion. If this kind of action occurs, then an object that many people see at the same time may induce people's consciousness into one. What are we, a hive mind? Speakers. Thought they were shells for a second. Dude, if you think about it, this is kind of creepy. Y'all ever went to the movie theaters by yourself and just... Imagine just sitting here by yourself. And you look back. And you see some kind of clown back there. I don't have clown phobia, but you know what I mean. Oh, bro. They're making me do what I just said. This is Minecraft world? Alright. Dude, I love this eeriness. Who is that? What appeared on the screen was the face of a videographer. Is it me? There's something here that recognizes me. How horrified he must have been to realize it. Oh, wait. Where do those balls come from? Oh, more blue balls. Get me out of here. Ooh. We're in the playrooms. Can't pick them up. Can't move them. Are they like those balls in Target? You know, those heavy red ones? When he got off the elevator, the place looked like a children's facility. You ever played on these before? I was always a little kid. You ever play with a heavier kid? Don't do it. Your crotch will thank me. Unnatural cheerfulness, on the contrary, stirs uneasiness. But at the same time, we feel nostalgic, perhaps because we have seen similar places. Dude, this is definitely nostalgic. It was like at a clinic, I believe, when I was a little kid. Your childhood memories, the educational facilities you saw on TV. Damn it. Makeshift TPs. Yeah, I remember playing with this before getting a shot. Brings back no good memories. But memories nonetheless. We trust our memories unconsciously and unconditionally. Yep, that's how the Mandela effect is a thing. But when you have really bad memories, you falsify memories. A human memory is as unstable as a child's balloon playground equipment. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, this looks pretty fun. Wee. We jump? Nope. I feel safe in here. What is that? Oh. An experiment was conducted. Subjects were asked to watch an advertisement for the theme park. The ad included a scene in which a child shakes hand with a rabbit character at the theme park. That's very familiar right there. Ooh, ship. Sweet. Yes! Oh, this is awesome, dude. After the experiment, 25% of participants indicated that they had actually met the rabbit character in the advertisement at that theme park. Why? Doesn't that belong over there? This is a presentation for a play or something? Dude, I'm short. Am I a kid? Some respondents said that they not only shook hands but also hugged, and others said they certainly remembered the fluffy touch of hands and ears. Labyrinth. Labyrinth. Pac-Man. Ooh. Foosball. Ping pong. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Cool. I suck at it, but one of my buddies is like really good. Air hockey. Yes. Loving this game so far. A lot of dialogue though, but it is explaining a lot of things. I'll be right back. Did I check this way? Oh, that was it. Yes. Oh. However, the ad was created only for the purpose of experimentation, and the rabbit character does not exist in the ad's theme park. I'm telling you, man, humans got really garbage memories. We fabricate, if you will, lies just so we can fill in the blank. I'm telling you, man, the mind is very powerful, and that's why when you believe in something, you think it's real, right? Because your mind makes it real, makes it a reality when it really isn't. I'm a person of logic. I need it to be explained logically, if you know what I'm saying. Because when I was a kid, my mom had iced coffee, right? But she drank like almost the whole thing. And it's been sitting on the counter right here for like, let's say 30 minutes. And then the spoon that was in there, it moved. As a kid, you would think there's a ghost. But you know why I don't think it's a ghost? Now that I'm older, I knew what happened as I grew older. The ice melted, therefore it shifted the spoon over, and then the spoon moved, making me think it was a ghost. Logic, I say. In another experiment, subjects were instructed to do this. Please spend a few minutes imagining the painful experience of having a piece of skin taken from your finger by a nurse when you were a child. That never happens. It is saying imagine. The hell is this way? What was that, CAT scan? Good. After the experiment, many participants claimed to recall such experiences in the past, and some even described their experiences in details, including the smell of disinfectant. What is this? Waiting room or something? I ain't gonna lie, the hospitals creep me out. However, the story of the skin being harvested from the fingers is a fiction for the sake of experimentation. The medical policy records prove that it does not exist. More fake memories. Cannot stress this enough. What these experiments have shown is that the memories we trust are vulnerable, and that it is easy to make false images of others perceived as true events. And that's why a lot of history is rewritten, or it's claimed memories. This is why the saying, don't believe everything you read. But these days it's mostly videos, so don't believe half of what you watch. Then how can you prove that the past you believe really happened? That is a valid question. If everything you remembered is a lie, then what is real? Special exhibition, backward Poiesis. I need to know what that word means. The next place he arrived at looked like an art museum display room. Wow. The love letter. Jean Ragnard. Why do I feel like this picture's not real? Look, based off of what it was saying back there, I guarantee you this is not real. This is literally made up right now by the developer, or it was AI generated. But in my mind, it looks like I've seen it before. Same thing with this picture. What is that supposed to be? A nuke? Somebody nuking the ocean? The sun. Edvard Munch. Today, painting is often perceived as mere entertainment. but most art is created with a clear intention and purpose. Isn't it the same setting? Almost. One example of such a painting is a religious painting. Oh, we're gonna dive into religion, aren't we? I'm not gonna say my thoughts on that because it's controversial. Honeysuckle bower. Before the development of religious paintings, religion was spread by written and oral means. However, there is inevitably a limit to the information that can be conveyed in audio and text alone. Also, and this is true even today, many people do not want to read text because they consider them monotonous. Is that Tarzan? Yeah. Therefore, religious art was created to tell religious stories more effectively. Visual representations can help tell a story to those who cannot read. What does this picture even mean? It's just a lady with her ass showing. What is going on? Is that the "we're painting the roses red, we're painting the roses red"? You know what I'm talking about? From Alice in Wonderland? Oh, jealousy. Aha, I see. Oh, Vincent van Gogh. Why do I feel like that's not the correct picture? Despair. Also, a clear representation of God's image can be remembered as an impression of reality. What the? Is this supposed to be God? Interesting. In other words, visual expression is indispensable to tell a story to a large number of people and to make a strong impression at the same time. Well, we're going to creepy Backrooms pictures now. Look at that unknown artist. We were just there. Imagine it shows a picture of me walking around. Dude, that theater is always creepy, man. War rooms. But he would have no time to think about that, lost alone in this space. Because all that fills his head is loneliness and anxiety. What is this? Void? Women? Men? Changing rooms, perhaps. I can smell the cheap cologne now. The sticky heat is entangled in the skin. You ever been to the gym and then you just see like middle-aged men with their cheeks out? It's so annoying. The floor is humid due to the unusual humidity. It does remind me of junior high school at the same time. is the pool rooms. The smell of chlorine gets stronger the further he goes. Yes. It was a different world ruled by water. Oh crap, I didn't realize you could swim. That's gonna be like an invisible barrier. Are those floaties? This is a realistic pool rooms. The tiles are always wet and uncomfortably slimy. Ugh. Don't walk around barefoot then. If you got a cut, you're donezo. Letting in all that nasty foreign objects inside of you. Dude, what's up with this triangular architecture? If that was pitch black, deep abyss hole thing, that'll be, you know, classic pool rooms. It is said that humans have an instinctive fear of water. Yup. We don't have webbed feet. We don't have gills. We don't belong in the water. But did you know that our world used to be filled with fluid? Some say we came from the water. This is creepy right here. What the? This looks like a bathroom stall, dude. But you know it isn't because look how small the space is. Creepy. Oh! Holy crap. Dude, that's uncalled for. Alright, I'll give it to the developers. All that time, there was no entities or... I mean, there's not an entity, but it's human-shaped. I was really off guard right there. That was a good one. A good one, I say. So creepy, man. In the 17th century science, the Aether theories was widely believed. Yo, this is creepy. I want to go to a place like this. Just like this, man. According to this theory, the world was thought to be filled with a fluid called Aether. I forgot what country it is. Most likely India. They have, like, you know, a lot of these pillars and arches, water palace, if you will. Many natural phenomena were thought to be caused by the Aether. In other words, people living in the 17th century perceived the world as filled with fluid. These ideas were debunked as science developed. Today we recognize that the world is filled with particles. Yeah, so we're always in the dark. Dude, imagine the dude who invented the microscope. It led us into unknown, right? But now there are known unknowns. And diving into the world of molecules and atoms is like a whole different, like, universe. Even though it's in the same planet and everything. Because think about it. When there was the plague back then, right? People thought it was, you were being cursed by a witch or something. but in reality, you had the flu, right? We didn't understand about viruses back then. But have you noticed? To recognize a world filled with particles. What, It is nothing less than creating the world to which you belong. Do we have to dive into the void? Check it out up here. Just as the people of that time lived in a fluid called the Aether. It looked like a brand new kindergarten there. What am I looking at? What is that? Oh, is that a mirror? Oh, dude. Freaked me out for some reason. When I hear the word kindergarten, I am reminded of a certain incident. Which incident is that? You pooping on the ground? This don't look like no kindergarten. This looks like a damn meeting room. This is also part of the portrait. Or the painting. In that class, something called Hyure that lived in a closet was the talk of the children. I'm so lost. What is this? Can I have light, please? What is... Perhaps to discipline the preschoolers, a nursery school teacher told them, if you do something bad, something will come out of the closet. Whoa. How could it cause such an event later on? It occurred during the nap time, which takes place in kindergarten. You know, I always knew I loved liminal spaces, man. Because when I was a kid, you know, when you stay after school and all the kids left and you see like folded up chairs and stuff, always intrigued me. Same thing with abandoned like theme parks and buildings. I just didn't know what the word was at the time. Oh, was this door always open? Oh, hello? What the? Oh. The nursery school teacher is in charge of the class, closed the blackout curtains and put the children down as usual. What in the world? This is so cursed. It didn't look particularly different from usual, so she locked the classroom door and went to the staff room to get her papers. Something's gonna be in the closet, right? I don't like that pitch black stuff. Oh, we're on the other side now. Short time later, the nursery teacher in charge of the class next door burst into the staff room looking upset. The child care worker says she's heard multiple children screaming and the sound of heavy footsteps coming from next door. Ooh. Okay, so that's the same room. Alright. What is this? She rushed back to the classroom and opened the door to find the classroom in an unusual situation. Oh my god, the little steering wheel. In the darkness, many children were panicking, screaming, running around terrified. Those musical chairs. Many children complained of feeling ill. 3 children were taken to the hospital, but none of the students had life-threatening injuries. Was it called musical chairs, or was it like the Duck Duck Goose? Or is it the same thing? Nursery school teachers interviewed the children in the class to determine the situation. According to the child, something like this happened in the classroom. At first, it was a classroom just like any other, nothing out of the ordinary. With the lights turned off and the dark curtains drawn, the classroom was filled with silence. However, one of the children suddenly shouted out loud saying this. "It's a big face. Oh, he's looking at me." Oh, got goosebumps. The children unconsciously turned their attention to the closet, and then... Oh, dude, I'm scared. Ooh. Ooh. In the end, this incident was concluded to be nothing more than a case of mass hysteria among the children. Dude, I just got mad goosebumps. Hello? Oh, man. It was speculated that the darkness and the absence of a nursery teacher led the children to panic, prompting a review of the procedures. They have been conditioned from a fake lie. Remember? It said that there's a monster in the closet, but then the children had fabricated or manifested a monster into their false realities. Since then, it's said that no similar incidents have ever occurred at that kindergarten again. However, the identity of the face-like object peeking out of the closet captured on security cameras the night after the incident is still unknown. Oh wait, what? So it is real. I don't think it's real. Oh man. Because there's no logical explanation for it. But then you'll be like, hey Bob, what about the video cameras and stuff? People make fake videos all the time. Classic Backrooms. What lay before him was a room with yellow wallpaper. The unpleasant hum of the fluorescent light continued to buzz. You're gonna get lost in here. Faintly damp and filthy carpets stretched endlessly across the floor. Even through the screen, the eerie atmosphere of the room was palpable. As I watched the footage, I noticed something. What do you notice? I remember seeing similar footage in the past. Perhaps you've seen it too, haven't you? If that's the case, what could it possibly mean? Thank you for listening to my story for so long. Okay, getting a little creeped out. I ended up talking about a lot of unnecessary things, but please don't mind that. What is important is that you've accepted and recognized this story. Let's try to recall the details of this story from the beginning. Whoa. You went to another world. You see that dude's face? Oh, this iconic image. You went to another world. And whoa, fell from the sky, correct? I'm hearing windage. He never returned. Developer, sir. Dude, okay. That was very immersive. A lot of text, but it's like interesting text. It slowly feeds you like the thought process and why things are the way they are. Dude, I think this is a really good Backrooms game. Jeez. A lot of philosophical, deep thinking and deep talk. I love this. This is what I talk to my friends about. But anyways, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching and goodbye. Can't read. Oh. What was it?